Student, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I think all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. It is my second class of Ramadan. Actually, Ramadan is the self-purification and self-judgment. So, we have purified ourselves in this month. We should abstain from evil activities. Actually, it is very difficult to remain well because you know that at present the whole world is afraid of coronavirus, which caused death of many people of the world. We should be very careful of this dangerous coronavirus. In order to protect yourself this dangerous coronavirus, we must clean all the time. We should stay at our house. We have stay at our house. We should not go out. We have to must maintain safe distance, abstain from coronavirus. Dear student, you can see the board. I am going to the main topic of discussion. Today I will discussion about ahadu, keeping promise, and truthfulness. Dear student, you can see the board. Ahadu, ahadu. Keeping promise. Dear student, you know that ahadu is Arabic word, which means keeping promise. Dear student, ahadu is Arabic word. It means promise, promise, commitment, agreement, undertaking, etc. Dear student, can you tell me what is the definition of ahadu and keeping promise? Now I am telling the definition of ahadu, keeping promise, which means promise, commitment, agreement, undertaking, etc. Is it clear to you? Dear student, is it clear to you? Okay. You can see the board. To give up word to someone or to commitment oneself for something. Dear student, to give up words to someone, to commitment oneself for something. Dear student, can you tell me what is the definition of ahadu or keeping promise? Okay, now I am telling the definition of ahadu or promise. Definition. Definition. In Islamic terminology, wa'ada means fulfill properly a promise. In Islamic terminology, wa'ada means fulfill properly a promise. Is it clear to you? Dear student, you can see the board. I will ask some question about of keeping promise. Dear student, you can see the board. Now I will ask some questions about keeping promise. Question number one. Question number one. Write down the usefulness keeping promise in human life. Human life. Explain. Dear student, you can see the board. Question number one, question number two. Keeping words. Keeping words maintain society how? Explain, light the right of the explain. There is today, you can see the board. Question number 3. One gives promise. It must be respected. Respected. Explain according to the octoyard. Explain. To Shariat. Shariat. Dear student, you can see the word. Question number 1. Write down the usefulness of keeping promise in human life. Explain it. Question number 2. Keeping words maintain peace and order in the society. How? Explain in light of the textbook. Question number 3. If you someone give the promise, it must be respected and maintained. Why? Explain according to Shariat. Dear student, can you tell me the answer of questions? Okay. Dear students, I am telling answer of the question. The question number 1. The answer of question number 1 is such as. Listen to me. Allah the Most High said, Allah the Most High said in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 1, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu awfu bil uqud. Dear student, Allah said in the Holy Quran, Oh believers, keep your promise. Again, oh believers, keep your promise. Dear student, you can see the board. Keeping promise is one of verses of Akhlaq Hamida. Keeping promise is one of the Akhlaq of Hamida. Its importance and usefulness in human life. The answer of question number is 1. Keeping promise is one of the Akhlaq Hamida, verses of Akhlaq Hamida. Its importance, usefulness and human life is immense. Everybody like the keep promise is very truthful person and reliance. Everybody like reliance, confidence and truthful person. He enjoy an honor and dignity in society. He honor and dignity in society. Dear student, listen to me. You can see the board. Keeping promise is the one of verses of Akhlaq Hamida. Its importance and usefulness in human life. Keeping words helps maintain. Everybody likes who keeps his words. Everybody reposes confidence or reliance on him. He enjoys honor in the society according to Islamic philosophy. It's essential to keep promise. Allah the Most Great Himself commanded man to fulfill promise. In another ayah, said in the Holy Quran, Allah the Most High says in the Holy Quran, Surah Bani Israel, verse number 34. Awfu bil ahdi innal ahda kana mas'ula. Keep your promise, surely you will be held accountable your promise. Dear student, listen to me. To fulfill promise is obligatory. On the grounds of household must be accountable his promise. A person not keeping his promise on earth will be punished in Akhirah. It is token and moment to promise, an honesty and moral, accomplish and always honor his promise. A person is not who does not keep promise cannot be person is mu'min. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said in Hadith. Dear student, the Holy Prophet ﷺ in Hadith. Ladina liman la ahda lahu. Again, ladina liman la ahda lahu. A person not keeping his promise. A person not keeping his promise does not have deen. Musnad Ahmad. Dear student, is it clear? If you face any problem, you will ask me. I am telling answer of the questions. Is it clear to you? Dear student, you can see the board. Question number 2. The answer of question number 2. Our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, the Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always keep promise, and his Sahaba and his follower always keep promise. He does not break promise. It is symptom of munafiq, characteristics of munafiq, break promise. Because we should not always maintain key promise. There is student, you can see the board. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always keep promise, and Sahaba and Awliya convince us that never fail in the fulfill their promise, for it is among the symptom of promise munafiq. Munafiq, to break promise, it is symptom of munafiq, it is characteristics of munafiq. Allah said in the Holy Quran, Surah As-Saf, verse number 2, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. Oh believers, why do not you say that what you do not yourself do? Again, there is student, why do you say that what you not yourself do? You can see the board. Therefore, someone gives words and maintain, respected, promise and maintain. There is student. The question number 3. The question number 3. Allah said to the Holy Quran, to fulfill promises obligated on the grounds of Hashur, the man shall be accountable for his promise. A person is keeping promise on earth will be punished in Akhirah. Dear student, listen to me. No homework today. Dear student, listen to me. No homework today. Next class, inshallah, you will get that. I will next class discussion. Dear student, I will next class discussion about truthfulness. Let's be finished. Okay, Allah Hafiz.